Previously on Hobie Outdoor Adventures. The second stop of the Southern California fishing tour, Lake Barrett. Morgan and Kevin had a little competition, Hobie Bass Open Series style. This week, we're making a long ride out to the open sea to meet up with a group of friends from AFTCO at San Clemente Island, the southernmost of the Channel Islands of California. We'll put the Hobie Outback with Mirage Drive 180 to the test while targeting calico bass, one of the hardest and toughest fighting fish of Southern California.
Oh, it's a nice one, dude.
Yeah!
I told you that was a good fish.
Welcome back to Hobie Outdoor Adventures and the special series, the Hobie Southern California Fishing Tour. Morgan and Kevin are gearing up and getting the Mothership, Lily and May, ready for a long drive from Oceanside to San Clemente Island.
Kevin got us out to the island safely. It was actually a really nice ride out. It's really glassy out, no wind yet. The wind is supposed to be coming up around noon today, so we have a short window where the weather should be good, but we can't find Matt yet. I know Matt and his buddy Randy, who works for Kicker Jigs, ran out of Long Beach, and we're meeting him right here in Pyramid Cove. There's a bunch of boats behind me over here that are actually anchored up. They spent the night. It's a nice sheltered area. But there's also plenty of great coastline and rocks and outcroppings where there should be some big calicos. So as soon as Matt gets here, throw the boats in the water and get after it.
But it looks too good to waste time, so Morgan changes his mind and quickly offloads the Hobie Outback and starts fishing.
I'm heading in there. Oh, fish on. Yeah, he's got one hook in the side, one hook in the mouth. There you go. First fish on the Daiwa SP minnow, sardine color. Nice little dunker. There's fish in here. These lures are just deadly. Everything eats them, everything. Oh, there's chase going on right here. Oh, what do we got here? Cuda. Awesome. Little something, something different. California Barracuda. These guys are really slimy. He's off. That's kind of cool. We got some different species mixed in here. So the guys finally showed up. Randy, Skylar, and Matt on the Ranger, which was a big relief. I was glad that they were safe, and I was just really excited to get all the kayaks in the water and start fishing.
Yeah, when this trip was getting planned, you know, once they mentioned kayak Mothership trip to San Clemente Island, it wasn't even an option for me. I was definitely a go. Very excited to be able to lug my Hobie Outback along. It's a pretty unique deal.
So Maddie, what's the plan?
Yeah, we're just right shy of China Point, so we're gonna round that corner there.
Okay.
There's a nice little high spot rock that comes off the point, and usually some good little kelp and some surge right through there. Gets them all in their little ambush points, so.
Awesome.
At least in theory.
Let's go.
Yeah, so San Clemente Island, it's a naval island actually managed by the Navy, where they do a lot of training and a lot of different things off the island. If you look on the side of the island, different places, there's actually targets. So we've been here actually when F-18s are running by doing drills and unloading on the island. It's a pretty interesting sight and sound and feeling when they are doing that.
There's a fish. Yeah. Ooh, it's a nice one. Felt a little heavier. Beautiful calico. It's just got one hook in him. There you go. Nice calico on the Daiwa SP Minnow. And look at that thing's belly. Fat, healthy fish. Not a huge one, but a nice one. I'll take that all day long. Let him go. Couple fish starting to bite here. I think things are picking up. We're gonna keep cranking. Yeah, Matt. Oh, sweet. Sheephead.
California sheephead. So things kind of slowed down a little bit. Just a lot of chuck and wind style fishing. One technique that worked really good, if and when that does happen, is we'll just start jigging off the bottom. Something we picked up on the last couple years or so is fishing different slow pitch jigs, just right over the kelp stalks. So you never know what nice bass you can catch, or you can run into something like this California sheephead. Great eating. Whether you're doing ceviche, fish tacos, what have you. It's a great fish.
Nail, dude, on the way down.
Get him, dude.
Spun out of the kelp now. Woo! Got in hot. Actually, not a bad one, dude. Wow. He got stuck in the kelp, and then I sent him for a little flight. And I just dropped that Daiwa jig down, and this calico absolutely hammered it. Look at how cool he looks, that green on his back. Nice little calico on the Daiwa Harrier rod. Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Coming up, the search for calico bass continues on the picturesque San Clemente Island. We'll be right back after a quick break. Hobie Outdoor Adventures is brought to you by Gerber Fishing Gear, Fish Beyond, Lorenz, Find, Navigate, Dominate, Daiwa, advancing the sport of fishing, and by Power Pole Micro Anchor, swift, silent, secure, and small. Welcome back to Hobie Outdoor Adventures and the special series, the Hobie Southern California Fishing Tour. Now, over the years, the calico bass fishery along the Southern California shoreline has rapidly deteriorated. However, that's not the case at San Clemente Island.
When you go out to San Clemente Island, it's a whole different world. It's like going back in time 40 years, you know? There's amazing, super healthy kelp beds. There's incredible rock outcroppings. The structure that's out there is just so vast. It's just an incredible place to fish.
We like to call it the happiest place on earth, AKA Jurassic Park. It's fun to be able to get the kayaks out here, something we don't really ever get the chance to do, so.
I feel like every time we go out there, you just barely taste a tiny little segment of what the island has to offer, because there's miles and miles of amazing coastline and fish everywhere. Yeah! Yeah, baby! Oh yeah, that shows you how aggressive these little guys are. Yeah! Oh, big calico, man.
Get him, bud.
Yeah. Look at that puppy. Yeah, that thing hammered it. Definitely my nicest calico of the day. Awesome, awesome. Beautiful fish. Look at the head on that guy. Solid fish. Probably like a 3.5 pounder. Take that all day long. Get him on his way. Hey. All right. One on the pickle kick. He was big enough to get that in his mouth. All right, first pickle kick fish for me. To start. This guy had big intentions. Look at this, just shows you how aggressive these calicos are. Look at the size right there. Surface ironfish coming to the boat. Another calico with big intentions. Eating a bait almost the same size as himself. That's a kicker right there. So I've known Matt Florentino from AFTCO for quite a while now. We've worked together. Kevin works really closely with the team there also. They sponsor our Hobie Fishing Team, which consists of several hundred anglers across the country that support our dealers and are just great ambassadors for Hobie out there. And AFTCO supplies those anglers with an apparel package each year so that they can outfit themselves and be comfortable on the water.
Being at AFTCO and working with conservation is a big deal. 10% of our profits every year, actually since 1973, has been going back to many different issues. And you know, if anybody does purchase an AFTCO product, they could know and have some pride knowing that, you know, a portion of that sale is going back to them, the angler, and the community at large. So happy to be involved, make a difference in a very big way.
Last year, Matt and myself, along with some other friends, headed down to Cedros Island with Cedros Kayak Fishing and Jeff Mariani, and we fished our butts off for 4 or 5 days out of Hobie Outbacks. And I feel like Matt caught the kayak fishing bug on that trip. Oh!
That was actually my first time fishing from a Hobie Outback, doing, you know, my favorite style of fishing. That first day or so, I absolutely fell in love with it. Just being able to get in really tight, you know, fish kind of how I want to fish, get down the kelp, get down the shallow rock, you know, fishing for a fish that I love to catch it's a really unique experience.
Matt kind of got familiar with kayak fishing fairly recently. He bought a Hobie Outback and he's been fishing off of that thing, mainly doing freshwater bass fishing, and then he's just a nut when it comes to fishing for calico bass. He loves it. So he got his hands on that kayak and it seems like every weekend he's out there enjoying it.
We'll be right back with more calico bass action on the breathtaking backdrop of San Clemente Island. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Hobie Outdoor Adventures and this special series, the Hobie Southern California Fishing Tour. Well, today, we're meeting up with Matt Florentino and friends from AFTCO at San Clemente Island, the happiest place on earth, as Matt put it.
Yeah, San Clemente Island, it's a very special island to me. It's one place that, you know, as I grew up fishing with my dad, I wasn't allowed to go to San Clemente Island until, you know, I was ready. I think I wasn't until I was like maybe 18 years old. I got that invite to go from my dad and his buddies. The moment I got here and experienced the fishing, you know, it's basically experiencing California wild, you know, or California maybe 100 years ago. Just the rugged coastline, you know, the uninhabited island, the lack of people. The amount of life here is pretty spectacular. And sometimes you just gotta have to like pause from what you're doing, look up, look around, and just kind of, you know, take in, you know, very unique piece of land that sits here off our coast and part of this Channel Islands chain.
There you go. Another nice one. Feels like. Come on. All right.
Another beauty. They're definitely hammering this thing on the fall. Grab the Gerbers, hook removal here. There you go. The Daiwa slow pitch jig, another beautiful calico. Look at that guy. Awesome. I'm gonna let him go. Safety is always #1 for us when we're filming Hobie Outdoor Adventure episodes. So always wear your life jacket, go fishing with a friend, tell people where you're going, take a VHF radio. You saw us talking on our VHF radios, communicating at all times. Be safe out there. Hold on. Kev's getting bit on the boat. We just made a little move. Marked some stuff on the bottom on the Lowrance and 85 feet of water, and on the way down with this little Daiwa 85 grand jig, got hammered. Nice calico, another nice quality one. a Cali in Cali, checkerboard. I've been wearing the Hobie polarized Matador sunglasses, and they're incredible sunglasses. I would go as far to say as the best fishing sunglasses that I've ever worn. They're polarized, they have different lens color options, so depending on what the conditions are, overcast, sunny, dirty water, clear water, I can pick a lens that's gonna work the best for that scenario. And the Hobie polarized sunglasses have just changed the game for me.
Yeah, baby. Man, there's a go-to stick bait.
It's that Daiwa SP Minnow in the laser sardine color. But ouch, ouch, ouch. Another nice calico. We're gonna let this guy go. So we were having a lot of fun, Matt, myself, and Skylar just covering water. Skylar was out there in the Pro Angler, and Matt and myself were in the Outbacks. And we chose Outbacks because they just make sense for mothershipping, you know? They're lightweight, more of a traditional style kayak. They can pretty much do anything. The design of the Outback has amazing stability, speed, and maneuverability, and tracking when you're out in open ocean. Plus, there were times where we actually needed to pull our Mirage drives and pull our rudders up and grab our paddles because those kelp beds get so thick that it's basically trying to pedal or walk through a jungle. It's just impossible. So you have to mosey over the top of them, traditional kayak style, and they're just the perfect kayak for doing this kind of trip.
Hobie Outdoor Adventures and the special series, the Hobie Southern California Fishing Tour at San Clemente Island, will be right back after these messages. Hobie Outdoor Adventures has been brought to you by Railblaza. Hold everything with Railblaza. Hobie Eyewear. See life easy. AFTCO, American Fishing Tackle Company. And by St. Croix Rod, the best rod on earth. Welcome back to Hobie Outdoor Adventures and the special series, the Hobie Southern California Fishing Tour. We're targeting calico bass along the rugged shoreline of San Clemente Island.
Yeah, the whole calico bass fishery, and especially here at San Clemente Island, it's a special fish to me. It's probably, you know, if you're growing up in the West Coast, specifically Southern California, it's part of the 3 Bs, whether that's bass, barracuda, bonita. It's stuff that kind of everybody, you know, gets start with. It's a slow growing fish. So a legal 14-inch calico bass is, I believe it takes upwards of 5 to 7 years, don't quote me on that, to get to that legal size. So when you do catch those trophy bass of, you know, 8+ pounds, it's a 30+ year old fish. So those fish to get that big, or, you know, they've been around for a long time. They're really tough to trick to get that bite. So it's really rewarding if you get those 8+ pound fish. The benchmark, very similar to largemouth, is that 10-pound fish is kind of the holy grail. But my biggest is over 9. I've only had 2. You really got to put some time in or just get lucky. We like chasing with artificials. It's a lot of fun.
We got like this whitewash line right here, and then it turns to clear water. Here's another one.
I hadn't really used the Railblaza camera boom a lot until this trip, but being able to pivot your camera in and change out a battery or change out a card over the cockpit of your area, where if you drop something, it's not gonna fall in the water, is really key. And then just being able to swing it right back out, adjust it, level it out is really awesome. So if you're someone who likes to document your day on the water or make videos of your adventures, check out the Railblaza camera boom, and I'm sure you'll have a good time using it. Woo! All right. Matt, thank you for the net.
Yes, sir. You needed it.
Yeah, finally we got a decent one. Just right up there against those rocks on the SP Minnow again. Might be a little buried in this net, I don't know. That's a nice one. That's what we're looking for. One nice one. Not what you guys are used to, but a decent fish for today.
Well, that's a good one any day of the week.
Thanks, man. Yeah, just right up against those rocks on the SP Minnow again. Gorgeous bass. Gotta love calico fishing. He nailed it in like 6 feet of water. So when I finally caught that 5-pounder at the end of the day, that was a very rewarding fish for me in a place where I bet you no one's ever fished because I snuck my kayak in there. I made a couple new friends and really thankful for Kevin letting us use his boat to get out there to San Clemente Island, and I cannot wait to get back out there to the island and chase some of those trophy calicos. Yeah, what do you got in Nakata, huh? On fresh dead squid, baby. Oh, yeah! That one's good on the dinner table.
Next week, the last stop of the Hobie Southern California tour, Dana Point.
I got him. Dude, I got one here too. Oh yeah. 2 Hallies, baby. Yeah.
Join us next week on Hobie Outdoor Adventures.
Say it, come on. I'm a future fisherman.
I want the soda.
What kind of fish do you want to catch? You were telling me last night.
I want chicken.
A chicken? That's not a fish.
Hi, Rusty.
I'm gonna be a fisherman.
I'm going to fisherman.
Yeah.